Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam. Welcome back to our discussion on the 9th Tirumurai, 6th Tirupadigam and the 9th verse. The verse goes this way, Tiruchitrambalam. maaner kalai valayum kavandu ulam kollai kolla vazhakkonde தேனே அமுதேயன் சித்தமே சிவலோகநாயக செல்வமே ஆனே அலம்பு புனல் பொன்னி அணியாவடுதுறை அன்பர்தம் கோனே நின்மெய் அடியார் மன கருத்தை முடித்திடும் குன்றமே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Today's verse beautifully talks about one important concept. We all know this particular verse. The entire Padigam is sung as a girl who has fallen in love with Lord Shiva, and her mother is talking about her state, as in the daughter's state, and she is mumbling about her helpless state, about the love relationship between her daughter and Lord Shiva. In this, she says, my daughter is always thinking about you, and because of that she misses you so much, and because of that she is not eating properly or drinking properly or sleeping properly, and because of that she has lost a lot of weight. Since she has lost a lot of weight, her dresses are not fitting for her, and also her bangles in her arm, the wrist is falling off because she has become so thin and she has lost a lot of weight. Lord Shiva, can you please come and show your grace on her? And the way the mom calls Lord Shiva is the one that we should learn how to call him. She calls him as honey. We all know the characteristic of honey. Honey doesn't spoil by itself, and it doesn't let anything spoil which has been associated with honey also. And the next one she says is nectar. The nectar is something that gives strength to the soul. So, something that is giving strength to the body as well as something that is going to give strength to the soul is nothing but Lord Shiva. Not only that, Lord Shiva is the omnipotent, omnipresent, and the only wealth that we can always think about, the wealth that can never be destroyed, the wealth that can never be formed, and the wealth that can never be taken away from us is Lord Shiva. If you imagine the situation, we'll understand how true this phrase is all about. The reason is, we have been with our relatives, our family, our friends and kith and kin for so long. We know them for so long, as in whatever is our age. When we were a kid, or when we have kids, when we are with our spouse, when we are with our siblings, whatever it is, can you say that you have been given 100% of a comfort from the person that we are always relishing the most? Obviously no. One instance they will give us pleasure, another instance they will give us pain. So pleasure and pain will always be taken as the two sides of the coin, and it will always be coming in to any kind of in any kind of a relationship. It can be friends, it can be foe, it can be our family, kith and kin, and whatever it is. But the only relationship that can always give us happiness is the relationship with Lord Shiva. That is why the way how we are as of today, when we call someone honey, when we call someone as darling, when we call someone as dear, do we really think they are a dear, or they are a pupil, they are the apple in our eye, or they are really the honey in our heart? Obviously no. It can only be Lord Shiva. That is the most important message in this particular verse for us. This particular person, Lord Shiva, who's the honey, who's the nectar, who's the wealth, and whatever we are calling, is in the place called as Thiruvavaduthurai. And you know what is his capacity? He can fulfill the dreams of his devotees. Whatever the devotee asks for, Lord Shiva is the only person who can fulfill that. That comes in as verse 9. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, Sivaya Nama Tiruchitrambalam.